Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some exciting news for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, as the pretty much full details on all the DLCs / character packs have actually been revealed by Warner Bros. This includes the release date, which characters they will include, and much more, including 7 new images of the character packs which look great. And as you can see from this one in particular, Ahsoka has now finally been confirmed. I think we all wanted to see Ahsoka, but since there wasn't a Clone Wars pack coming to this game, or at least not in the first 7 character packs that they've already announced, I think we were all a little bit worried that we might not get Ahsoka in the game, but she is now obviously confirmed. So in case you guys didn't know, these are the 7 character packs that they have already confirmed: Mandalorian Season 1, Mandalorian Season 2, The Bad Batch, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Classic Characters, Solo, A Star Wars Story, and the Trooper Pack. They're all included in what they call the Character Collection, which I guess is another word for the Season Pass, simply put. And this one is included if you get the deluxe edition of the game. I'm actually not sure how much it costs to buy separately. I know both some of these character packs and the entire character collection should be purchasable separately, but yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what they're gonna cost. And considering the base version of the game is $50 and the deluxe edition is $60, I would honestly just get the ultimate edition, or I mean the deluxe edition, from the beginning, because it's a pretty good deal. $10 extra for 7 character packs, at least in my book, that's a good deal. If you don't care too much about having all the characters and just kind of want the levels, then you can obviously get the base game. That's all up to you, but for once I actually think the deluxe edition is a good deal. Most games just try to pack in some boring cosmetics or whatever to get some extra money out of the consumer, but in this case, especially considering the base game is $50, at least in most locations depending on your local currency, I think it's a pretty good deal. So I wanted to walk you through these character packs and the characters that they have now confirmed will be in these character packs, and as well as when they're gonna be released. So on April 5th, on the launch, there's actually gonna be 2 to 4 character packs available on day 1, depending on which edition you have gotten, and I will get to that in a second. The first one being the Mandalorian Season 1 character pack, which they have now confirmed will include the Mandalorian and non-playable Grogu, so he's gonna be like a companion following you around, Greef Karga, Cara Dune, IG-11 and Quill. A pretty good setup if you ask me. And here's also a brand new shot of the Mandalorian with Grogu that they released today, together with all of the images of the actual character packs. And the character pack for the Mandalorian Season 1 we've already seen the image of, so I thought the new screenshot was a bit more exciting. And again, the graphics just look amazing in this game, and I'm not really sure what ship they're on here. I think it could be an interior of the First Order Star Destroyer, but that's just my uneducated guess. But moving on, we also get the Solo, A Star Wars Story character pack on day 1, which will include young Han Solo, young Chewbacca, young Lando Calrissian, Kira, Tobias Beckett and Enfys Nest. And this is also the brand new image for this character pack with a young Han Solo. I kind of would have wanted to get another Maul version, but I guess we'll probably already have multiple Maul versions in the game, and it might be hard to differentiate the Maul that we see in Solo, but nevertheless a pretty good lineup if you ask me. So these 2 will be available on day 1 for anyone who has either bought it standalone or has the character collections through the deluxe edition. But also available at launch will be the classic characters and the Trooper pack. And the classic characters will include Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, Darth Vader and Lando Calrissian. The classic characters pack will be available for those who have early access from select retail partners, and will be available for everyone on April 19th who purchases the character collection or through standalone purchase. And I'm actually a little bit confused on that particular part, because we know that the Trooper pack will be giving us early access if you have pre-ordered the game. But they haven't, as far as I remember or can see, talked about getting early access to the classic characters pack. But if you Google around on like the official pages, it all talks about getting the Trooper pack early if you pre-order the game. So I'm not sure what they mean with select retail partners. I would love to get my hands on the classic characters pack on launch, as otherwise you will simply have to wait a couple of weeks until April 19th. I guess it's not a big deal, but I just found that particular part to be a little confusing. Because moving on, we then of course have the Trooper pack, which includes the Death Trooper, Incinerator Trooper, Range Trooper, Imperial Short Trooper, and Mimban Stormtrooper. And this trooper pack will be available in early access for consumers who pre-ordered the digital version of the game, and available on May 4th for everyone who purchases the character collection or through standalone purchase. So that one's pretty clear. It's just the classic characters pack that I found to be a little bit confusing, but worst case scenario, most of us will simply have to wait about 2 weeks after launch to get the classic characters pack. So depending on where you pre-order, if you pre-order or not, you can get 2 to 4 character packs on day one. But then we move on to April 19th, where you will be able to get the Rogue One, a Star Wars Story character pack, which will be available for purchase and will include Jyn Erso, Bodhi Rook, Cassian Andor, K2SO, Chirrut Imwe, Baze Malbu, and the Rector Krennic. So this is again the same release date as the classic characters pack, if you have not gotten it from a specific retail partner, to make that clear. And then lastly, on May 4th, which again is also when the Trooper pack will be available for everyone who hasn't pre-ordered, there's 2 more packs coming out, and that is Mandalorian Season 2 and Star Wars The Bad Batch character pack. The Mandalorian Season 2 will include Ahsoka Tano, Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, Fennec Shand, and Moff Gideon. And Star Wars The Bad Batch character pack will include Hunter, Wrecker, Tech, Crosshair, and Echo. No Omega, which I know a lot of people have asked for, but personally I am pretty happy with this lineup anyways. And I know it gets a little bit confusing with all the release dates, but just to be clear, you can get 2 to 4 of the packs on release day, Rogue One and potentially the classic character packs on April 19th, and then the rest of them on May 4th. So no matter which version you get, you will still have to wait a maximum of 1 month to get all of the character packs in the game, which isn't too bad in my opinion. I would love to hear in the comments below which DLC you guys are most excited for. Personally, I think it's probably Season 2 of Mandalorian and Rogue One. Lastly, I wanted to showcase this new clip that LEGO Star Wars posted out on Twitter the other day, where they said unleash counter maneuvers, become a legend, and basically a Jawa doing some type of counter maneuver on a stormtrooper here. One of the new mechanics in the game that wasn't available in the previous games. But hopefully we will get more details on how exactly the counter maneuvers work closer to launch, or when we get our hands on the game ourselves. But that's all for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.